What's going on, people? Hey, listen, today I'm doing a Caldwell. It's mulatto. Recently new to my area, but some other people might have it. So what I would like to do is, acknowledge the simple fact that I'm smoking a Caldwell mulatto, and it's a medium smoke that has a hints of earthiness and a hints of cream to it. So if you like the creamy, smooth type of cigar, it's right in the line of a Caldwell. It's right on the line of a Caldwell. I enjoy the Caldwell Long Live the Queen, which is a really good cigar. I'm a Long Live the King. I'm a Mad King guy. I'm a Savage guy. I love those lines that he has. The yellow cake. That's that. But I think that it's the type of cigar that's based upon your mood. If you're not looking for something that's full body heavy, this will be a cigar that I would recommend. If you're looking for something after a heavy meal, I probably wouldn't do it because of the simple fact that it's light. So whatever taste it is that you had that was real heavy, it would probably overpower the cigar, and you would probably feel like you're just puffing air, because those tastes, those spices are still going to be in your taste bud. They're going to be in your system. But I would recommend this with a Scotch. I definitely would recommend this with a Scotch. Something that's kind of light. If you do it with the tequila, I would do more of a silver. I wouldn't do any of the kind of gold. I would do something of agave. That style. And I would, if I'm going to pair this with something as far as food wise, you can do everything from a salad to salmon. I wouldn't necessarily say shrimp or lobster or anything like that, because that's going to have a lot of seasonings. A lot of times, whenever you're doing those type of seafood, you're doing that type of seafood, it's usually going to be heavily obey, heavily spice, heavily something like that. And I just think that it would take away from a little bit of that component of this cigar. So but it's definitely an earthy tone to it. Today, I want to first sit back and say, hey, enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. Be happy and be proud of the fact that you made it through another week. It's Friday, y'all. Enjoy yourself. Be safe out here. It's crazy. You know how it is. People get caught up and things happen. So keep your head on the swivel. Understand and identify what it is that's around you. Go after your goals. Whatever it is that you have that you're trying to do, go after. Don't let nobody stop you. Keep yourself positive. Keep yourself around positive people. But one thing I will say, find out what it is that you need. Find out what it is that you want and achieve them, because life is short. You know, we can get caught up in a lot of different things. We can get caught up in trying to we can get caught up in a lot of things trying to identify what it is that we're trying to do. We can get caught up with trying to appease different type of people. We can get caught up trying to just do too much. You know, do too much. And, you know, it's too much, man. It's just too much. It's just too much. And I apologize. We have to truly come to grips with what it is that we're trying to look for in social media. Social media can be as great as it is. It can also be detrimental, because you get people coming in, putting in content, and they're putting it in as if like it's some type of skit. And the skits are fine, but I think that they you know, and the skits makes it goes viral, because some people sit back and say, man, I can't believe that somebody did this, and then come to find out, you know, after, you know, 50,000 views on it, oh, it was a skit. And I get it. You know, it's just some of those type of things that we go through, you know. But I know that when I talk to you guys, I try to be very educational, uplifting, and things of that nature. And that's what it's about. You know, me and a couple of guys, we were sitting there talking the other day, and it's amazing how I keep saying peace, 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 peace. And peace is just so important. You know, and the younger you can identify the fact that you search for peace and you thrive for peace, the longer your life you'll be able to enjoy and just understand certain things that are happening. You don't have to necessarily get caught up in all that back and forth. Just find out what it is. Find out your lane. Find out your lane. You know, we have it's a lot of craziness that's going on. It's a lot of bad information that's out there. You know, we got a lot of people that are thinking that they're supposed to act a certain kind of way because they saw it on TV, or they saw it on TikTok, or they saw it on YouTube, and they see all of these different images and things of that nature. And what happened to the family? What has happened to, you know, people listening to their parents? Or are the parents that much gone to the point where your child can't get anything from you? If your child cannot get anything from you, what are you doing? What are you accomplishing? I went one spot and I it was kind of crazy because it was ladies' night at this particular spot. And when I went into the spot, and it was crazy because me and a couple of guys, we went down. They had not been down at that area, so when we went to the spot, it was a bunch of women. It was ladies' night, okay. But the funny thing in that is that it was a mother and daughter both in there at the same time, and it was peculiar to me because they both was trying to find the same type of guy, and so, which was crazy because, you know, I guess it was a mother-daughter duo, and I guess the guys that they were looking at, you know, the daughter was in there looking at the same age bracket guys that the mother was in there. And to me, each his own. They do what they want to do. I have no problem with whatever they do, is because it ain't no skin off my back. But I just think that we have to identify the simple factor of we got to have some type of order. And that's what we don't. We don't have order in our homes anymore. We don't have the respect in the homes anymore. We don't have the moral aptitude to not want to embarrass our parents anymore. The young lady who talked about the cheesecake thing, and she made a comment on her rebuttal. She says, well, me and my girlfriends, that's just how we do it. But you live in an apartment. How is that all you do is eat 5-star places? But you live in an apartment. And there's nothing wrong with you living in an apartment. If that's your stilo, that's fine. But when the guy says that he came over to your house and he had to sit outside the apartment and wait for you to come down because you wasn't ready, but yet and still you are willing to go out and spend, you want him to spend $300 or $400 on you. Well, hell, the sensible thing would have been y'all could have ate at Cheesecake Factory. He could have took you out on a date. I mean, y'all could have went to the movies. Y'all could have walked through Centennial Park, wherever you were. You could have walked through the city, had a great time. You could have went and watched the show. They're splitting things out. And still been able to come out a little bit more reasonable. Because women, just understand this. Just the same way that you look at your body and the opportunity of your body, men look at their money the same way. So as much as you feel like, you want someone to come in and cater to your body and be mindful that they want to date you because of, who you are. Understand that when a man goes out and spends money, he looks for something in return. Whether it's friendship, setup, whatever the situation may be, he's looking for something. He's looking for something. He's either looking for companionship, relationship, sexual ship, whatever kind of ship it is that you want to have. He's looking for it. And because most men work really, really hard for their money. And women too. Women work really hard for their money. So imagine you going out there and you busting your tail, 50, 60 hours a week, and you bring in your paycheck and you try to save up and, have money set aside for a rainy day. And you got some man that's coming over every time he coming around talking about, hey, listen, you ain't gonna take me out. I deserve to go to a 5-star restaurant when you take me out. How would that sound? How would that sound if a man came in and said to you, we pull up at Applebee's or we pull up at Chili's and he refused to get out the car? I don't want to call this Chili's. This is a chain restaurant. Or this is this is beneath me. I'm looking too good. I'm smelling too good for you to take me to a damn Chili's. I'm smelling too good for you to take me to a Red Lobster. Men don't do that. They don't. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. Just because, a lot of women says, what happened to the old school guy? What happened to the old guy that believe in chivalry? Let me say something to you. Just because you didn't hear them talk about it, they just didn't talk about it around you. Because when men get together, they have the same viewpoints. Sex, how my wife is treating me, how the job is doing, how the kids are going, and then sports. We talk about that. We talk about topics of the day. And it flows differently. Based upon the scenery that you're in, it's going to flow a different way. So that's how it goes. But most you guys will sit back and say, hey man, she just don't get it. She don't understand. And a lot of times men tell you exactly what the deal is. I tell people all the time, the problem is not when I'm talking. The problem is when I stop talking. When I stop talking, at that point, I'm starting to look at what is actually around me, what is actually going on, what's actually happening. You're making me pay attention to why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling. People laugh all the time, but I tell them men are simple as hell. Feed us and give us the remote, and 80% of the guys they'll give you the world. They'll give you the world because they already understand the fact that coming out every day is going to be, I just want peace. So whatever's going to do that's going to create that peace for me, I'm all in for it. Close friend of mine, I go over and I hang with him, and we smoke. We'll smoke cigars, and we'll smoke on his back deck. And he has a beautiful home, beautiful family. And a lot of times I come by, he's just content with being right there. He got every game that he wants to have on. Whatever he wants to do, he does it. And he enjoys sitting back, smoking his cigars, and watching TV and, doing what he do. And I said to myself, man, that's some crazy shit. Excuse my friend, that's some crazy stuff. Because what you're looking at is this man has found his peace. He has found his peace. He has found his niche to creating what he consider peaceful. And I take my hat off to him. Because it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I think I always say that it's things in life that you go through and the steps. You can try to jump over some steps. And a lot of time when we're younger, we jump over those steps. And, that could be either from, having children young, being married young, having to becoming a full-fledged adult, younger than what than most. And those steps in life that you jumped over, you're going to eventually come back down to those steps because those are important steps that you needed to take in life for you to continue to keep going up. And if you jump over some steps, what's going to eventually happen? You're going to come back down to those steps. So a person that sits back and had a child at a young age, and now they say they had the child around 15, 16, 17. They now, when they get 37, 38, they now want to go out and they want to party. They want to be out. Well, that's cool, but understand that nightlife scene, that's a young person's game. Last thing you want to do is be at some spot, and we hear the word, and I hate it when they say it. But when they say, "What's up, old school?" Man, who the hell are you talking to? Old school. Listen, and when you become unc to everybody, you become an uncle to everyone. That lets you know that people see you, they're giving you the respect, but they see you in an elderly manner. So You have to be able to identify the place of where you are. And sometimes people don't understand it. Sometimes people they don't take it the way. I mean, you see all the hyphenated grandmother names now. It's just so many different things that we're trying to do to hold on to that youth. And we just have to identify, understand where you are in your life, and be thankful for being able to see these years, because once again, everybody don't make it to that age. Everyone doesn't make it to see 45, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. So identify that, understand that, recognize that, and enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. So on that note, smoke well, my friends. Enjoy. This is the Caldwell Blotto. It is a natural medium blend. Earthiness to it, to me, earthiness to it, and it also has a little hints of cream. It's real smooth to the taste. So if you're looking for something that's going to kind of come at you and kind of hit you, this is not going to be the stick for you. But if you're looking for something that's just really complimentary, really smooth, and we go from there. Also, I'm going to say this to you. A lot of people don't understand. There are two different ways that most people hold their cigars. Most people hold their cigars like this, with the one finger, like they're shooting pool. Some people hold it like this, and what they do is they get it, they massage it to loosen up the leaf so that you get more flow coming through your cigar. So what you do is you just massage it gently. I ain't saying put a lot of pressure to it, but just massaging it will loosen up that tobacco leaf and allow for it to be an even flow. So however you hold it, whether you hold it like this, the one hand, or if you do it with the two, just understand that that's how sometimes people do their thing. They'll take it there with the two fingers and massage it, or you can massage it with one. But you have a tendency when you do it with one, it's going to kind of put too much power to it. So I guess that's the reason why a lot of people do it with two, and they smoke it this way. So, hey, listen, hey, let me know how you guys hold your cigar. Let me know what you guys are smoking. Is it something exotic? If it's something that's rare, let me know. Hey, I'm also going to be doing a pink rare by Fuente today. I'm going to get it. Pinks are, the Opus Pinks are, some of my favorite smokes. So I found a spot that has them. And boy, I love them. They up there in their price point, but hey, I'm worth it. You're worth it. So enjoy and smoke well, my friends.